Hi everyone, welcome back. We've got a huge empties today. I actually have a lot more than I thought that I had. I knew I had a lot, but there's actually a lot more in here than I thought. So this whole basket is full of empty products. I always tell myself when I go to film one of these that I don't have enough to film a video, and then I don't know why I do that, and then I end up with all of these products. So we got a lot of stuff to go through here. I've got a little bit of everything in here. I'm just going to go through quickly and kind of give you thoughts, if I would repurchase, if I wouldn't, and why. So that is today's video. And if you're new here, my name is Blair and I do all kinds of beauty content here on my channel. I would love for you to subscribe, stick around, and let's just get right into these empties because we've got a lot. All right, I don't even know where to start because there's so much stuff in here. So I'm just going to start grabbing things. This is Garnier, the Erase It All Makeup Cleansing Balm. I loved this. I have actually repurchased this twice, I think, since this initial one. So yes, I really like this. If you're looking for a pretty affordable cleansing balm, I love this one. There are two different versions. This is the vitamin C one, but there's also one that's just like a hyaluronic acid based one. That's actually the one I'm using right now. But these do an excellent job of getting rid of makeup or breaking down makeup at night. Actually, I feel like you get a lot of cleansing balm in these. I don't know if I'm just making that up. You get 4.2 ounces. I'm actually not sure how that compares to other cleansing balms, but I do feel like these last for quite a while. Anyway, I love this, and yes, I have and will repurchase this again. The only thing I will say is the vitamin C one does have kind of a smell to it. It's a vitamin C smell, I guess. It doesn't smell great. I kind of got used to it after a while, but I did want to mention that. If you're a little iffy on smells, I would go with the blue hyaluronic acid one. I got my coffee here today. I need it. How cute is this mug? I got this like 2 weeks ago when we were at Disney World. But how cute is it? It's a little Magic Kingdom mug, but it has like all the rides on it. I love the bright colors too. It makes me so happy. I love coffee mugs. I just love them. Moving on. This is from Lumineux, I think is how you say it. Lumineux, I'm not sure. This is the Whitening mouthwash. Okay, yes, I would 100% buy this again. I have also used the Lumineux whitening strips, and I like those too. But I bought like a 3-pack of this on Amazon and I loved it actually. I really do feel like it keeps your teeth white too. I'm serious. I really do feel like this one does a great job of that. And this one is peroxide free, safe for your enamel, all those things. But this is great. It does not taste good though. It does have a strange taste. And I remember the first time I tried it, I at first thought, oh, I'm not gonna like this just because of the taste. But after I got through the bottle, I kind of liked the taste. I don't know. It might be a little bit off-putting though, so just putting that out there, but I do think this keeps your teeth white. All right, next is Tree Hut. This is the Moonlight Glow Moisturizing Shave Oil. I kind of go back and forth on these. I have used several of these up over the years, and I'm not a huge fan of them for shaving. I don't know why. I feel like I don't get a great shave, like a clean shave, when I use these oils. But I don't know. What do you guys use to shave? Do you like an oil? Do you like a cream? What do you use? Do you use soap? Let me know. I feel like I'm always on the hunt for like the perfect thing to use to shave. Same goes with razors. I can't ever find something that I love that I feel like works great for me. So I don't know. This is okay. I probably wouldn't rush out to buy it again though. It did smell good though. Ooh, one of my favorite products ever, the Acwell Licorice pH Balancing Toner. Yes, I've probably purchased this 10 times. I'm not kidding. I buy this every single time it runs out. I get it off Amazon typically, but this is my first toner no matter what I'm using on my skin. So I kind of switch out my products a little bit depending on the day. I have a lot of skincare. I get sent a lot of skincare, so I do kind of rotate products. But this is one thing that I always use. My skin just reacts really well to it, but it's a balancing toner. It has licorice root in it, which is very calming for the skin. It also is supposed to brighten the skin, and it's great for sensitive skin. I personally notice the balancing aspect if my skin ever feels like sensitive or inflamed at all. This just feels like a very soothing drink of water for my skin. So I always, always, always use this as my first toner in my skincare routine. Then I used up the Tower 28 Daily Rescue Facial Spray. This is nice. I would not buy it again though. I don't think there's anything special about this that would warrant the price. I can't remember how much I paid for this. I'm pretty sure there's a much less expensive version of this on Amazon. I'll have to go and find it. I've seen people use it before and say that it's the same hypochlorous acid spray. So I would just buy that, honestly. I mean, it feels nice. I think this is supposed to be better for like acne prone skin, which I don't have. And I liked it, but there's nothing special about it to warrant me buying this again. I just get the one from Amazon. Let's see. Oh, there's another one of these in here again. So I wasn't kidding. I've used these up numerous times. All right. Okay. This from Dove. This is the Bond Strength Conditioner. The shampoo is in here somewhere. I'll find it eventually, I'm sure. But yes, I love this line from Dove. The Bond Repair line works great for my hair. I have very thick hair, very coarse hair. I do color my hair, so I like a Bond treatment shampoo and conditioner. So I pretty much always have one in my shower. This is one that I would buy again. I have also tried the L'Oreal, I forget the name of it, but the L'Oreal Bond Repair one. It's in like a pink tube. I actually have that one right now. I'm almost out of it. I wanted to try it to compare it to the Dove one. And of the two, I definitely prefer the Dove. I also like the smell of the Dove a little bit better. But overall, I think my hair just does better with the Dove. It feels noticeably smoother and softer when I use this. My hair responds really well to it. So I would absolutely buy this again from Dove. The Prequel Gleanser. This may surprise you because I feel like everybody loves this, but I'm not a huge fan of this. And it's not that I think it's a bad product. I don't know, something about it I just don't love on my skin. And it may be like the foaming gel aspect. I don't tend to love like gel cleansers a lot, especially in the colder months. I like something that's more hydrating, more like on the milky side. So that could be why I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't think it's a bad product by any means. I think this one, yeah, it has glycerin, inulin, arginine, oat, and aloe. So it has tons of like non-drying, hydrating ingredients in it. I don't know, it just wasn't one that I absolutely loved. I can't really explain it. I don't really know why, but I probably wouldn't buy this again. I like Prequel, but that's just not one of my favorites. Oh, okay. This COSRx Comfort Ceramide Cream Mist. This is a mist that I would buy again, but I'm pretty sure that I saw this as discontinued, which makes me really sad because this I loved. First of all, it has a fantastic mister, like one of those really fine, strong misters, but the mist is super fine. That was the mister on this. And this just feels incredible on the skin. I would use this just really before I did any skincare. After I cleanse, I would spray my face with a little bit of this. And I don't know if it did anything, to be honest, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really like this in my daily skincare routine. It has a bunch of good stuff in it. Glycerin, panthenol, which I love. Panthenol is great if you have sensitive skin or if you're prone to irritation or redness or anything. Panthenol is typically pretty great for that. But yes, I would buy this again, but I'm pretty sure it's discontinued. If you happen to know, let me know. iNNBeauty Project Elastic Skin Firming and Plumping Serum. So this was sent to me in PR. I get quite a bit of iNNBeauty Project in PR typically. And I liked this, but I probably would not buy it, to be honest. It's a thicker serum, kind of like a snail mucin texture. It's that thick, kind of stringy texture, if you know what I'm talking about. It does have the copper peptides in it, which I know are supposed to be really good for anti-aging and cell turnover. I didn't really notice a ton of difference in like anti-aging benefits or anything like that. And I have other products that are more affordable than this that are similar that I like just as much, if not more. So I probably wouldn't buy this again, but it was nice. Ooh, okay, I forgot about this. This is also from Dove. This is the Bond Strength Serum Mask. Okay, this is another product I would buy again. So this is from that same Dove hairline, and I loved this. My hair loved it. I am a big, oh, I just got like a whiff of it. It smells so good. My hair does really well with masks, like once a week, because it's thick. I have a lot of hair, although since having a baby, my hair is like falling out, which is a whole other topic, but I still have a lot of hair. I had a lot of hair before, and I still have a lot of hair, just not quite as much. But this is great if you have thick, coarse hair, if you have frizzy hair, if you have color treated hair, your hair is just kind of damaged. This is a great product, and it's very affordable. I forget how much I paid for this, but it's very affordable and I loved it. So this I would highly, highly recommend. Okay, what is next? Oh, the Byoma Hydrating Milky Toner. I would not buy this again. This is a very watery milky toner. If you know like the Rhode glazing milk, that product has like a thicker texture to it, and that's what I like about it. It almost has like a tacky, thick texture. This one is very watery. I was hoping it would be a similar consistency to the Rhode one. It wasn't. It was very, very thin, watery, and I didn't really notice much of anything from it, to be honest. I mean, it was hydrating on the skin, but so are all my other toners that I use. So this was just okay for me. It wasn't a bad product, but it wasn't anything that I would feel the need to repurchase, unless you like a thinner toner. Like if the milk or if the Rhode one is too heavy for you, it's too thick for you, you might like this, because this is a similar type of product, but it's considerably less thick than the Rhode one. So if that sounds like something you would like, you might like this, but for me personally, it didn't do much for me. The Vanicream Daily Facial Moisturizer. I would not buy this again, and that's kind of surprising for me because years ago, this was a favorite for me. This is a very thin, kind of like a lotion-y texture, but like a watery lotion, if that makes sense. And it has tons of great stuff in it. There's no fragrance in it. If you have sensitive skin, this is a great option. I tend to like something that has a little bit more thickness to it, kind of like I was saying with that Byoma toner. This is a little bit too thin for me personally, but if you have super oily skin or you like really thin products in your skincare, you might really like this. It's affordable. I just like something with a little bit more heft to the formula personally, especially at nighttime. This I could kind of get away with in the day, but it's not my favorite. I probably wouldn't repurchase it. Something that I would repurchase 100%, and I have. In fact, I bought the jumbo size of this time, but this is La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm. I love this stuff. This is the exact opposite of the Vanicream moisturizer that I just showed you. This is a thick balm, like I mean thick. So if you have any area on your face or your body that is the least bit dry, scaly, it's peeling, you're having any type of issue, this stuff feels incredible on it, and it also heals the skin. It truly does. I mainly use this at night when I use my Dermaflash on my face, the electric razor thing that I use. I do that like every 2 to 3 weeks. After I do that at night, I cover my whole face in this, just because that's kind of abrasive on my skin and I like to really calm it down. It doesn't bother me, but you know what I mean. You're exfoliating the skin, so you kind of want to protect the skin barrier after you do something like that. So I cover my whole face and my neck, and this, by morning, my skin looks good. It is glowing, it looks hydrated, all the things. I would absolutely recommend this. I think everyone should have one of these in their bathroom, to be honest. Let's see, the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. Yes, I would buy this again. So this is more of the type of cleanser that I tend to go for. This is a very thin, watery cleanser, but it's a milky cleanser, which I really like, especially for the fall and winter time. I just prefer that. And for me, I'm not really trying to remove any makeup or anything with my cleanser because I go in with a cleansing balm first. So I basically just am using my cleanser to kind of go over my skin one more time. So I don't need something super heavy duty that's going to remove anything from my face, really. And that's what this is. It's very thin, very soft, very just lightweight, no fragrance, very gentle. I enjoyed this, so I would buy this again. Okay, we're getting into some makeup now. First, the MAC Stack Mascara. This is the chestnut one, which is the brown color. This is nice. I probably wouldn't buy it again though. I do prefer the brown over the black. I've tried both, but this is a very intense mascara, so it gives your lashes a lot of thickness, very similar to like YSL Lash Clash. And that's not what I go for on a daily basis. I like something that's more separating and lengthening, unless I'm doing like a full glam kind of makeup, which these days I don't really do. I don't really need a mascara like this. Then I have the Victoria Beckham Vast Lash. I would not buy this again either. I've tried both of their mascaras and I was not a huge fan of either one. I preferred this one of the two. I like the brush a little bit better on this one. It's just kind of a slightly curved brush with longer bristles. But this just, there was nothing special about it. And it's like $30-something for a tube. It also doesn't come in brown. Oh, actually, this one smudged on me. Now I'm remembering this. This one really smudged on me, which is a no. But anyway, I didn't love the way it looked in my lashes to begin with. So that is a no for me. One I would absolutely 1000% buy again is the Lisa Eldridge mascara. This is the Kitten Lash Mascara. So many things that I love about this. The wand, my favorite kind of wand. It's a thin, or not thin, but it's a rubber wand, slightly curved, short little rubber teeth. Oh my gosh, this is great. If you like length and you like separation, you would love this mascara. It does not flake, it does not smudge. You can remove it easily. And now it comes in a brown version and I want it so, so bad. But I have so many mascaras that I'm trying to get through, so it just doesn't make sense for me to buy it right now, but I will eventually. This is great. I absolutely would spend the money on this. And then the Chantecaille Faux Cils Longest Lash Mascara. I would not buy this. I actually did not buy this. This was sent to me. This mascara is very expensive. I want to say this is like a $70 mascara. It's not worth $70. I'm sorry. It's not. It's a nice mascara, but I'll tell you what it's similar to. It's similar to L'Oreal Voluminous, the original one with like the gold lid. This is like that. I think this is also supposed to have like lash lengthening peptides, or it has some kind of serum in it or something. I use a lash serum on its own, so that doesn't really make a difference for me. So yeah, they sent me this. I wouldn't buy it with my own money. A few more mascaras here. Oh, of course there's an e.l.f. Lash and Roll in here. I still love this. Still a holy grail for me. I have purchased, I don't know how many times I've repurchased this, but yes, I still love this. This is very similar to the Lisa Eldridge mascara. Even the wands are very similar. You get a similar result. I do think the e.l.f. one is slightly more natural looking than the Lisa Eldridge. The Lisa Eldridge is natural, but it does give, I would say, a little bit more length than the e.l.f. one. This is just a good go-to, like everyday, kind of like a no mascara for me. I love it in brown. So that I have repurchased many, many times. And then the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. I would not buy this. I actually think this one was sent to me in PR. I can't remember, but I think it might have been. I wouldn't buy this simply because it smudges. It smudges really bad on me. I think this does come in brown now. I feel like I saw that it does come in brown. The wand is not my favorite either. It's kind of like a straight, I don't know, it's a straight rubber wand, but it's not my favorite. I typically like one that has a little bit of a curve to it. But the main reason for that is it smudges. So I would not buy that. Oh my gosh, I did not realize how many mascaras I had in here. Okay, the Versed Day Lash. This I would absolutely buy again. Now this is a tubing mascara. I think this is tubing. It doesn't say that it is, but for some reason in my mind, it's like coming to me that it's tubing. I can't remember, but I liked this. This is, again, very similar result, I would say, to the e.l.f. one. Now this one has a straight wand. So it has kind of the same wand as the e.l.f. one. It's just straight and not curved. But this did not flake. It did not smudge. It's a very natural looking mascara, a lot of lengthened separation. Does not give any volume though. So if you're looking for volume, definitely this one's not going to be for you. The e.l.f. one's not going to be for you. They're very natural mascaras, but I did enjoy this one from Versed, and it's in brown. It's a really beautiful kind of chocolatey brown. So I would buy that again. Maybelline Sky High. I go back and forth with this one. This one I do find hard to remove. I think it is a tubing mascara. I can't remember. I'm getting them all confused. I think this is tubing. It's okay. It wouldn't be my go-to top choice for a drugstore mascara. I think it's okay. It doesn't do a ton for my lashes. It's very natural, which is fine. But I seem to remember this being very, very hard to get off. So for that reason, I probably wouldn't buy it again, but it's okay. And, oh, I forgot about this. This is the Patrick Ta mascara. This is the Major Volume mascara. Would not buy this again. I forget. I ordered something from Patrick Ta, and I want to say this might have been a free gift or something. I can't remember, but no, I would not buy this. There was nothing special about this. It was kind of clumpy on me. It dried out pretty quickly. Just nothing special about it. For me to repurchase a high-end mascara, there's got to be something about it that like wows me. And one thing I just thought of that I didn't say about that Lisa Eldridge mascara, one of the things I also loved about this is, for whatever reason, this formula lasted a long time. Like, I used this probably for longer than I should have, but this formula just never really dried out. I don't know why, but I felt like I could use this for a really long time, which is another reason I think it's worth the money. So this one stood out to me enough that I would pay the price for it. But honestly, most high-end mascaras, I would not say that's the case. Oh, this is the Dove shampoo that we talked about already. Yes, I would absolutely buy that again. There's something on it that's making a mess, but yes, I loved that. Let's see. Oh, Caudalie Resveratrol Lift Serum. So I was using this when I was pregnant because this has basically an alternative to retinol that you can use when you're pregnant. So that's why I bought this. I used it up, as you can see. It was fine. I didn't notice anything miraculous from it. Nothing works as well as things with true retinol in them, in my opinion. And I would say the same about this. I just bought it because I wanted to use something on my skin, and I knew that this was okay to use in pregnancy, but it was pretty expensive. I would buy it again. The Timeless Vitamin C Serum. This was okay. The pump kind of messed up, and the pump would kind of squirt at you, which is kind of annoying. And I do find that this vitamin C was a little bit sticky feeling on my skin. I don't know. It was okay, but definitely not my favorite vitamin C. I would not buy this. I think this was sent to me anyway, but I wouldn't buy it. Road Glazing Milk. Unfortunately, I have already repurchased this. I love this product. I really hate it that I do, because there are so many Milky toners out now, but there's just something about this one that I just can't seem to get over. And now that it's at Sephora, yeah, I'm gonna buy this again. And I've already bought one. In fact, I'm trying to use some stuff up so I can open my new one. But this is just, if you like that kind of silky, I just said silky, thick, milky texture that gives your skin that really plump, like juicy look before you apply makeup, or you can use it at night too, but I typically use this in the morning. There's just nothing that I've tried that's identical to this. So yes, I would buy that and have bought it again. Oh, the BU Hyaluronic Acid Gel Moisturizer. This was just fine. It was a thin gel moisturizer. There was nothing special about it. This was sent to me a long time ago. It was fine. Nothing that I would buy again though. Oh, the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. This does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's great for dry skin. It does truly hydrate, but I don't like how thick this stuff is. It's so thick that I find that it's really hard to blend in all the way. And I am already terrible about applying lotion to my body. I don't know what it is. I will do all of the skincare to my face, but I struggle to apply lotion to my body. I don't know why. If I have a lotion or a cream that I don't like, you can forget it. I'm not going to apply it. I did force myself to use this up, but it's just too thick. You can't blend it in. I mean, I can see why if you have like severely dry skin, this would work for the dryness, but I don't know. I wouldn't buy it again. It was a little bit too much for me. Let's see. This is the Tier Hydro Boost Enzyme Cleansing Balm. This I did enjoy. It did a great job of removing makeup. This has 1.69 fluid ounces in it though, so this is significantly smaller than that Garnier one. This one was sent to me and I liked it. It worked great. But I would just buy the Garnier one. You get more. I think it's a little bit cheaper than this one, and Garnier is a lot easier to get your hands on than Tier is. So I liked it. It worked well, but I would probably just get the Garnier one. La Roche-Posay, the Anthelios Mineral SPF. So I was using this when I was pregnant, and I was mixing it with the tinted version because the mineral one that's not tinted was a little bit too white. It left a white cast, so I mixed it in with the tinted version. Not ideal because obviously you have to buy 2 different SPFs. I did like this. This one has a little bit more of a matte finish. If you're looking for a mineral SPF, this one is really nice. I have a lot of SPFs now. I don't really need a new one, but it was good. It worked under makeup and I used it my entire pregnancy. So I would buy this again. Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. This is one thing that I do allow myself to repurchase from Sephora in terms of skincare just because I love it. I wish I didn't love it, but I do. I already have a new one of these. If you like a very glowy, dewy moisturizer and you haven't tried this one, buy a mini or something and try it, see if you like it. But I have to say I do really enjoy this. I have not found something that's identical to this that is less expensive. I unfortunately would buy this again, and I have bought it again, especially for this time of year when the air is dry, your skin's a little bit more on the dry side. This is really nice, especially as a base for makeup. The Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve. Yes, I have purchased so many of these. In fact, just right here at my desk, I have 2 of them. I have another one of the original, and then I have the new one that's the vanilla scent. This one, if you like vanilla, really, really sweet vanilla, this one is really good. Yeah, I have these everywhere. I have one in my purse. I have one in my bathroom. This is my favorite lip treatment balm. So yes, I would definitely repurchase it. It's very thick, so you have to be okay with something thick on your lips, but I love it. Next is the Anua Heart Leaf Intense Calming Cream. I like a lot of Anua products. This is not a favorite though. I would not buy this again. It was a thicker cream, which I like, but something about this cream, and I find this to be true sometimes with moisturizers. Sometimes when I would go to blend this in on my skin, it wouldn't blend in. It turns like almost kind of foamy looking. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? I find that happens with some moisturizers and I can't really figure out what it is unless it's interacting with something that I have on underneath. I don't know. But that kind of annoys me when I have a moisturizer that does that. So this was fine. I wouldn't buy it again though. The Way Detox Shampoo. Yes, I would buy this again. This is just a mini. I already have a new one of these, like a full size. I don't use this every time I wash my hair because I do think it can be a little bit drying, but if you have a lot of product in your hair, so you use a lot of dry shampoo, a lot of like creams and gels in your hair, and you feel like you have trouble getting your scalp really clean, this one does a great job of that. And it smells incredible. Way hair products, top tier in terms of the scent. And this one works great for that. I just wouldn't use it every single time you wash your hair. Oh, another Lumineux mouthwash. Love this. I would buy this again. Oh, another Road Glazing Milk. We've already established. Yes, I would buy that again, and I already have. All right, next, actually I have 2 of these. These are the Clean It Zero cleansing balms. I love these too. These are by Banilico. This is actually my go-to cleansing balm before I tried the Garnier one. And I love these. I would buy these again too. These are relatively affordable. I think they might be a little bit more expensive than the Garnier ones, but you can get these at Ulta and they're usually on some kind of sale. But these are great. They work great breaking down your makeup. This was like a vanilla scented one, and then this is just the original one. But I loved it. I think these are great too. So if you're looking for cleansing balm, this is another good option. These, especially the pink one, if you don't like scent, you might prefer this over the Garnier one if you get the yellow one. But yeah, I like these. The Prequel Pre-Cleanse Cleansing Oil. I would not buy this again. I liked this okay. I have tried cleansing oils, I've tried cleansing balms, and I think what I've come to for myself is I prefer a cleansing balm than a cleansing oil. I don't find the oils remove makeup as well as cleansing balms. I don't know why, I just feel like the cleansing balm works better. So this was fine. It was decent at removing makeup, but I do seem to remember when I was using this, there were several times when I would use it to break down my makeup and I felt like there was still some on my skin several times when I used this, which is not what you want with a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil. So yeah, I wouldn't buy this one. I would buy a cleansing balm instead. I wish Prequel would come out with a cleansing balm. I'm kind of surprised they haven't. I'm sure that's probably in the works. But yeah, I wouldn't buy that again. Okay, this is leaking, which is not good. This is from Tier. This is the Pure Vitamin C Serum. They sent this to me, I think when they sent me that cleansing balm. This I actually liked. I really liked this. This was not, it didn't have a weird smell or anything like that. This one was extremely glowy though. Something about this serum, I don't know what it was in here that made it very, very glowy on the skin, but it definitely looked very radiant. So if you have like oily skin, this would be way too much for you. I would really only recommend this for normal, leaning dry. Because it was kind of a thicker vitamin C serum and it left a lot of glow and dew on the skin. So I personally liked it. I used it when I was pregnant, but I don't think it's going to be for everybody, but I would actually buy this. And the La Roche-Posay Tolerian Dermo Cleanser. Okay, I really like this. This is a Milky cleanser. It's kind of expensive for a Milky cleanser, so part of me would say, no, I wouldn't buy it again just because it's a Milky cleanser. You don't need to spend a ton on that. It's not super expensive, but it's more than like the Cetaphil one. But I did really like it. This is also supposed to remove makeup. Now, I didn't use this to remove makeup. I used my cleansing balm for that, so I don't really know if it does that or not, but it does say that it does on the bottle. My skin in general really likes everything I've tried from La Roche-Posay, so I would probably buy this again, to be honest, but it is kind of expensive for what it is. Okay, a few SPFs here. The Summer Fridays Shade Drops. I really like this SPF. I would buy this again. I don't love spending a ton of money on SPFs, but this is one that you can get at Sephora that I do really like. And the only thing about it is it's SPF 30. I wish it was like SPF 40. But this is a very thin, kind of a milky SPF, and it does great under all makeup. I didn't have any issues with pilling or anything like that. There's no tint or anything, so you're not getting any coverage from it. It is mineral SPF, and I would buy this again. Now, I have tons of SPFs I'm trying to go through, but if you're looking for one that you can buy at Sephora that's mineral, that does well under makeup, I really like this one. And then iNNBeauty Project Mineral Sun Glow. This is nice. I don't know that I would buy this again though. It was fine. It's pretty glowy, so if you have oily skin, this is probably going to be a bit too glowy for you. It kind of reminds me of Glow Screen from Supergoop. Maybe not quite as glowy as that one, but it's kind of a similar product. And it's fine. It does have a little bit of tint, but it doesn't give coverage. It has a little color, but you're not getting actual coverage from it. But it was okay. I liked it, but I don't know that I love it enough to go out and buy it again. It is a zinc-based SPF you can get at Sephora, and it was fine. But of the two, I liked the Summer Fridays one better. Next, the Prequel Lucent C Brightening Vitamin C. I liked this. I would buy this again. In fact, I'm pretty sure this was either my second one of these, maybe my third. I can't remember. I'm using another vitamin C right now, but I enjoyed this one. It was not thick, not sticky. It didn't have a weird smell. It did well with all my other skincare products, and it's Prequel, so you can pick it up at Target. It's pretty affordable, and I liked it. It does have 15% L-ascorbic acid, ferulic acid, and ergothioneine. I'm not sure, but I liked this. I would buy this again. Then I have the Caudalie Vino Perfect Serum. This is supposed to be an alternative to vitamin C. Is it? No, it's not resveratrol. I can't remember. It has something in it that's similar to vitamin C. So it's supposed to be a serum for people that are sensitive to vitamin C's. I think I bought this for pregnancy, maybe. I can't remember. I don't think anything works as well as a true vitamin C serum personally. So I would go for an actual vitamin C if you can tolerate it. This is fine. It was like a milky, thicker serum, so I like the texture. It did well with makeup and my other products, but I don't know. Nothing special about it to make me say, like, yeah, I would absolutely spend the money on that again. Okay, these are my Dermaflash razor cartridges. There's only one in here. I think I've definitely been through more than just one of these, but yes, I actually just ordered more of these yesterday because, like I was saying earlier, I do use my Dermaflash quite a bit to shave my face. I do it, like, I would say between every 2 to 3 weeks, and so you have to replace the blades. I usually do it every other time, and this is one of the little empty cartridges. So yes, I have and will buy that again. And then the Aveeno Calm and Restore Redness Relief Cream. Yes, I loved this. This was a very, very, very thick cream. So I use this at nighttime only, but it has oat in it. So anything with oat or colloidal oatmeal, any of those things, really good if you have sensitive skin, or just any type of inflammation, redness. This is great, and it's very thick though. So I only use this at nighttime, but I really enjoyed it. I would buy this again. All right, next, the Purito Deep Sea Pure Water Cream. This I actually would buy again. Now this is, I was gonna say it's more of a gel consistency, which I said earlier is not my favorite, but this one was like a thicker gel from what I remember. I used this up a long time ago because this is at the bottom of the basket here, but this was really good. I enjoyed it. I liked it under makeup, and this is super affordable. I think you can get it on Amazon. Is this the one that has panthenol in it? Yes, this also has panthenol, which I was saying earlier. If you have sensitive skin, panthenol is really great. Has niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and it's really, really nice under makeup. So I did like that. I would buy that again. All right, some makeup now. Oh, I forgot about this. This is the Ceramide Dewdrop Foundation. So this was sent to me a long time ago. I finally used it up. This is a beautiful product. Absolutely beautiful. If you are into that no makeup, I just have perfect skin kind of look in a complexion product, you would love this. However, the packaging is not good. I do not like this dropper with the button. It's so hard to dispense the product. Especially when you start getting down to the end of it, it's like the button doesn't want to dispense. You have to like press the button like over and over and over and over and over to get a tiny little bit of product. And this is so expensive. I did not buy this. This was sent to me. And it is beautiful, but the packaging is so bad that I would not buy this again for that reason. Or I wouldn't buy it at all. I didn't buy this one to begin with. I wouldn't buy it at all because of the packaging. But it is absolutely beautiful on the skin. I personally think Ceramide should discontinue that, relaunch it in new packaging with more shades, because there's also not a great shade range on that product, but it's beautiful. Oh, this is a little cartridge from the Dr. Idris Major Fade Serum. So that's a serum, you might have seen it. It's in like a long purple tube. when you buy it, you get a cartridge that's in it, and then you get a replacement cartridge. I went through the first cartridge already, so that's what this is, and I'm using the second one right now. So that one is a vitamin C serum. It's supposed to help fade melasma or any darkness on the skin. I haven't used mine up fully yet, so I'm not 100% sure of my thoughts entirely, but so far, I like it. And I do think it does really well at just brightening the skin and helping if you have any melasma, pigmentation of any kind. I do think this helps with that. So far, so good with this. But I feel like that's something I need to use a little bit more, but I have enjoyed it so far. All right, then we have a little bit more makeup here. The 24-Hour Brow Setter from Benefit. This is my favorite brow gel. I've tried them all, or I've tried most of them. But I always go back to this one. I always buy it again. I just bought more during the Sephora sale. This one is just perfect in every way. It keeps your brows in place. It doesn't leave the weird white, crusty residue. It's so good. I wish I could find a more affordable version of this. I can't believe no one's made an exact affordable version of this product. But so far, they haven't, or I haven't seen it. But that one's my favorite. So yes, I would buy that again. Maybelline Super Lock. This was fine. I don't think this holds your brows in place though, like the Benefit. This one would kind of hold them in place, but if you like pull a shirt over your head or you mess with your brows at all, I just don't think the hold is there on this product. It's okay and it's affordable, but is it as good as the Benefit one? No, in my opinion. And I would say the same thing about this one, the L'Oreal Brow Lamination Gel. I want this to be like the Benefit one, but it's just not. I would say the exact same thing about this one. I love the wand. It's affordable. It's clear, which I like, but it just doesn't hold them in place. It kind of fluffs them up a bit and keeps them in place, but then if you touch your brows or you accidentally like, you know, when you've pulled a shirt over your head and you like mess up your brows won't move with this one. They will with this. Sorry. I wish that were not true, but it is. Maybelline Build-A-Brow. I love this product. If you've been around for a while, I used to just talk your ears off about this product. And there's two of them here. I need to buy a new one actually because I'm out of it. If you like a brow pen and you haven't tried this one, please do. This is kind of like a brow pen tint. So it's not intensely pigmented, but that's what I like about it. It's easier to use than the average brow pen because it's kind of like a watery tint. It's hard to explain, but the pigment is just not as intense as most brow pens, which is what I like. And you can make really, really natural little hair strokes. And look how tiny the point is. It's so good. Best brow pen I've tried from the drugstore by far. In fact, this is my favorite brow pen I've ever tried. And I love it as eyeliner because the little felt tip is so small. It's great if you have hooded eyes or small eyes to do liner. It also has a gel on the end, which works pretty well as well. So yes, this 100% would buy that again. The COSRx Brow Pop Nano. Sadly, I would buy this again. Typically, I don't buy a ton of high-end brow pencils because I like the NYX Micro Brow. However, I love how tiny this one is. Do you see how tiny this little point is? And this color in medium brown is perfect for me. I almost bought this again during the Sephora sale, but I just have so many brow products that I also like. I just didn't feel like I really needed to spend the money on it, but I really enjoyed it. I could see myself buying this again for sure. And to end it off with a few more mascaras, the Rare Beauty mascara. This is the mini. This is actually a very, very, very good mascara. However, it does not come in brown. This is one that I like enough that I would buy if it came in brown. Now this one is a little bit more of a voluminous mascara, so it adds a little bit more thickness and volume than a lot of the other ones that I said that I liked. This one also has a pretty big wand, which might work for you, might not if you have small eyes, but if you're looking for a mascara that kind of does it all, this gives volume, but I would also say that it lengthens pretty well. I like this one from Rare Beauty. I wish they would make it in brown. Oh, another e.l.f. Lash and Roll. We already talked about that. I love that one. And finally, the L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal No, I would not buy this again. I will say I love how it looks. It's very lengthening, very separating, but this smudged every time I tried it. Every time I tried it, and I think a lot of people really loved this one, so I don't know why it didn't work great for me. But this one smudged terribly, and I'm sad about it because I like the wand. It's kind of similar to Sky High from Maybelline, and it moves. It's one of those wands that moves like this, which I really like, but it smudged. So no, I would not buy it again. All right, that's everything. I think that's definitely my largest empties I've ever done. Hope you enjoyed it. I love watching videos like this. I love to hear what people think of products after they've used them up. I just think it's so helpful, and it also lets you know what I love the most, what I would buy again, which I think as a viewer and a consumer is really helpful to know. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Everything that I talked about that I loved, I will link in the description box and in YouTube shopping for you as well. If you're new, I hope you'll stick around. Please subscribe. We would love to have you here. And if you're not already, make sure to follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. I'm posting a lot of short form content right now over there. So make sure to follow me on both of those platforms. Sometimes I do share some videos there that you don't see here on YouTube. So make sure to follow me there as well. Thank you for being here. I will see you again very soon. Remember, simply be you.